today to announce that the Justice Department has secured felony guilty pleas from the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, Binance.
Actually, it's Binance.
Binance.
Binance. Largest virtual.
Binance.
Binance. And let me be clear. It's Binance.
Binance.
Binance. Council has discussed crypto regulations and legislations at length, and we have come to the conclusion that instead of regulating, we are going to ape a fat bag each into laptop and pump it to over $1,300,000,000,000,000,000,000 market cap. Let's fucking go, crackheads.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Morning Coffee. I got my coffee locked and loaded, ready to go, because we have to talk about what's going on in the market. Bitcoin has taken quite a big dump, and there is a reason for it. Trump and Elon Musk are going at each other, and that could be one of the reasons, but we are going to explore a little bit more what is happening, and then we are also going to talk about the newest and big developments with Ecomi and VeVe, or better explore those developments as well. So make sure to stay all the way through here. Jumping right into the action here with the Bitcoin chart, and what we are seeing is that we have quite some substantial dump over especially the last day or so, where we dumped 4% intraday, and I think that is a little bit tanking the markets. The market is going down, but it's also calling back some bears that are talking about the double, triple top, whatever theory is, even though we hit an all-time high here. So let's get into this a little bit, what we just see in this chart, and then let's go into what Bodo says, if it's a deliberate argument to tank the markets more, if that is necessary, right? Now, we see that we are here on the daily candle. So what we clearly see is that we have a validated downward sloping line, downward sloping resistance, and we are just waiting for that to break to continue higher, right? So if we were coming back up here, we would come back up to 304,000 and then go down again, unless we are really substantially changing something. Of course, on this channel, we are always saying that this is driven by global liquidity to a large extent, but the volatility is driven by other factors, right? The global M2 money is expansion gives us more the direction. It also gives us where it dips, right, if we have contraction in it, but the absolute details in this are driven by other factors, such as Elon Musk and Trump fighting, or whatever other thing happens, right? Let's say you have some nations going at each other and the market fears a war, so then you can have a red blip, which is why I think it's not as useful to be in lower time frame charts, as those are driven by different factors. If you are below the 4-hour chart, you are even in the territory where it's driven by trade action, some way getting liquidated and so on. If you are on the daily chart, you see political intraday action, right, such as that. If you are, though, on the weekly chart, you get a whole nother picture, because on the weekly chart we reached a big all-time high, we get some sell-off, and now we have a corrective move after a week-long impulse move, and this is driven by M2. So here, this is exactly the trajectory that M2 has given us. We are now in a dip territory, and we should be going on as we have been before. Now you could say, but here, a patient hodler, we lost support. Well, maybe that's true, but then we zoom out once more and we go on the monthly chart, and then we see we never even got through this weekly support on a monthly basis. We just put a higher candle close here, and on a 2 monthly would be even bullishly engulfing this. candles. But we get now rejected here, but we also have 24 days and 19 hours to complete this small red candle here, or to complete whatever this will be. Maybe we are in this month at 116k and putting a fat green candle in here, and then it looks differently, right? So depending on which time frame you choose, you get different pictures, and I prefer the higher time frames. Okay, but let's see what's happening. So yesterday Elon wrote, "Time to drop the really big bomb. Real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day." Whatever DJT man means, right? And then Elon Musk says, "Mark this post for the future. The truth will come out." So interesting, right? See, he backed him all the time, spoke with him, made the rally with him. He worked to do cost cutting with him, and now something happened, right? Now he's posting like this. And maybe here also this is even harder in my opinion than the other one, right? So here this Ian Miles Chong says, "President versus Elon, who wins? My money's on Elon. Trump should be impeached," right? Impeached, and JD Vance should replace him. And then here we see also the screenshots from that post before, and then Elon says yes, right? So he says yes to Trump should be impeached and JD Vance should replace him. I think that's why the market is going nuts a little bit over that. And then he posts here all these like Epstein, like old Trump videos, and so on, right? Also here he retweets Elon's principle: Trump is practical, tech needs Republicans for president, Republicans need tech for the future, and so on. So he's politically engaged, and somehow there's something happening. Could this be a deliberate argument? I don't know. Yeah, could be. But then again, I mean, the draw this Epstein card is a pretty big one, right? Okay. It stands for Donald Jr. Trump. Not so familiar with his name, like these shortcuts for names, right? I mean, JD Vance, I get that. But if someone would have written JDV, I would have already asked, right? Because, I mean, what the heck? Why do we have a name for it? The name is for identifying the person. Or, I mean, okay, man, viewers also call me PH because it's shorter. Whatever, right? But, yeah, that is going on. I think that is crashing the market. But it might not be the only thing that really gave red to the market here.
Good afternoon.
Why can I not see that? I cannot pause this. 1 second, let me get this to the big screen here, because Jerome Powell also spoke.
My colleagues and I remain squarely focused on achieving our dual mandate goals of maximum employment and stable prices for the benefit of the American people. Despite heightened uncertainty, the economy is still in a solid position. The unemployment rate remains low, and the labor market is at or near maximum employment. Inflation has come down a great deal, but has been running somewhat above our 2% longer run objective. In support of our goals, today the Federal Open Market Committee decided to leave our policy interest rate unchanged. The risks of higher unemployment and higher inflation appear to have risen, and we believe that the current stance of monetary policy leaves us well positioned to respond in a timely way to potential economic developments.
Okay, so yeah, we basically, like, I want his job because he just every month he comes on and he just says the same things, like they're literally the same. Yeah, but what does it mean? Okay, Fed is not going to lower the rate. Still, everyone's waiting for it. Donald Trump is asking for it, but they're not doing it, and now they're not doing it, right? So yeah, they are just not doing it. Nothing to change here about, but the market also might not like it if that is all the time coming out, right? So this might have contributed to the drop that we see in the Bitcoin price. I still think that this is not a horrible drop. In fact, this is that's okay correction, right? You see it, you saw it in the weekly chart. In a monthly, it's barely visible. Yeah, trucking excess. Elon is upset with US spending and debt. Yeah, I saw this because Trump came out with the big, beautiful bill, or how he calls it, $600 billion dollar bill. and Elon was all about the cost cutting, and now basically they are coming out and doing like the biggest spending package of all times. Of course, there is reason for this. The political system is designed that you have to do this. Otherwise, you will go in history as the person that damaged the economy. Even though that inflating that economy is like mostly first off a feel-good effect, but you have to bring the alignment, or you have to bring the mechanisms in place now, so that you can still spend this money in the last 2 years of your presidency, right? So if he would do that, like in the very end, he would basically give a present to whoever that is, and then probably his party doesn't get re-elected. So I don't know exactly what is going on, but it's probably some of these things, right? And then we also have the ECB, the European Central Bank, and the European Central Bank is cutting rates. Okay, so and that probably also leads to stuff like the DXY here being a little bit stable before we go lower. But I mean, we have like a beautiful setup for the DXY here. That shows that what Trump wants probably is going to happen, that the dollar gets weaker, and it's just happening. We see it here, bearish retest, continuation. That's at least what should be happening. We are also here on a weekly chart, so the way to the downside is open now, since we lost this massive support on the DXY. So very cool stuff here. Let's get to you guys a little bit. We are going to do this in this way in the future. So first of all here, thanks to my rare hodlers, all the guys with the medal here. So Trucking Hank, good morning, welcome back. Yeah, that's I'm happy I can be back and don't have to run off to the toilet. But anyways, Bodo, we've already discussed this point. Is it deliberate, or actually did we discuss this? Is it deliberate? I don't know. I think it's too hard this part to be a deliberate tactics. I think they really have something to sort out there with each other. Fucking fly entered in my coffee, but I guess can't go wrong with some protein. Bernard Donaldson says, good morning and happy Friday, PH. Welcome back. Oh yeah, it's a Freaky Friday. So what is going on? Troy Paris, good morning, PH, and hello everyone. So in short, we are going to talk about Ecomi and VeVe as well. But first, I wanted to really get this macro stuff out of the way. And I know I have not been here for at least a week, right? I didn't do any stream for at least a week. I've not been well, let's say stomach, gut-wise, so I hope you understand that, but of course I will be back. So may I ask you also to smash up the like button right now here for this live stream before we continue here to check out what is going on. Okay. But we have quickly looked at the DXY because that directly is impacted. The DXY is looking really good. The Bitcoin dominance is slowly creeping up. Altcoins getting wrecked. You feel it in your portfolios. We are not quite yet at the all-time high again, but it really doesn't feel like an alt season. I said it before here. I think we are going to end up somewhere in this cycle range here. Probably going like this. Maybe even a little bit steeper at some point when Bitcoin rallies again, and then it should happen, right? At some point it will happen, as many people expect it will not happen, right? Sorry to hear you are under the weather. I mean it happens, right? I hope that things normalize, right? It's not normal yet, but I'm really trying to get around this whole topic of antibiotics and so on. But anyways, I also don't know what the heck this is, but okay. And you see that also in the altcoins. Why is this on a 4-hourly? 1 second. The whole topic you see in the altcoins. We had been bouncing nicely here. Now this is a very small bounce. We are hitting resistance here, got rejected on the total too. So that's all altcoins, no Bitcoin. and hopefully we are expecting to hold this line, because if we don't hold this line, then it's getting really ugly like it did here. Here it was a fake out, gladly, yeah, it was a fake out. Or better, I think if you're on a monthly, you see it held the line on the monthly. Yeah. Here we have a clear picture. Yeah, here you go, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touch points basically, or one big touch point if you want, with a hammer, and hopefully another one, and then at some point we should be good to go. It depends all when quantitative easing really hits, because right now it's like hidden QE or even not QE really. So we will see when that hits, and the question is what will be breaking before that. Okay, let's get to Ecomi straight away today and keep this a little bit short and simple so we can talk about it a little bit more. So Ecomi is still creeping around at the lows despite a really good trade show that happened and is happening in Portugal, in Lisbon. We have the NFC summit there. I could not go, and by the way guys, even if I would have planned to go, that thing, whatever that is that I have and had, would have kept me from going, basically. That would have been a shit show, no pun intended. Anyways, now we are forming this weird sideways bottomy thing. People are buying exactly at these levels whenever we come back. We also don't see really pump. So what came out, and we're going to look into it a little bit, what came out and what came as news did not cause the usual pump and dump, which is interesting, right? So this is the weekly, obviously. We have a little bit of a move, but this is nothing, right? Compared, but we also don't drop and fall out. So that is the first observation. When we drew this chart many years ago, I have to say, we also said what needs to happen and what has already happened, we moved then over here, right? And let's check this out a little bit. So VeVe viral here posts, Disney and DC NFTs, VeVeverse, Omi2 NFT, cash out. You remember guys, cash out was a topic once, there was no cash out. Animated NFTs, drivable NFTs, AR readable, Marvel comic NFTs, Omi circulating, supply burns, still very low by the way. Master collector program, IRL events all over the globe. Also with this challenges now, right? These are all things that we have. So then there was this that one we'll look at in a second. But then there was this presentation by Dan that was also live streamed. And yeah, we might actually be able to look into it. I don't know if we can see in this pixeled version here from Stacker anything on the screen. Let's check that out quickly. If we can, it's loading already. I don't know, you cannot really scroll good through videos on Twitter. Or on X, I'm still saying Twitter. Let's refresh this a little bit. Let's refresh this. Yeah, because it's, it's 15 minutes long, so we could comment watch that. I don't know if you saw it, but let's see.
In the audience, but about that guy with the white hat, not something he is. Thanks so much for coming along. My name is Dan. I'm really excited to be talking to you today about a number of projects we've got going on, specifically VeVe. Should that be working? So today we're going to be talking about VeVe Beyond, powering the...
Okay, so here already the first one that I like is, and I'm seeing it, to be honest, I'm seeing that for the first time for reasons. VeVe and Beyond, powering of the future of digital collecting. So they look into the future, not only like collectors at heart or whatever, but let's see.
The future of digital collectibles, and I'm going to be covering three major things, VeVe, StackR, and VeVeverse. So VeVe is a digital collectible and digital comic platform. It was founded in 2017, all those years ago, even before NFT was really even a word. And it was founded for fans basically by two nerds, me and David, up on screen here. And that's David in the white hat, by the way. We really started with one mission, and that mission was to basically bring the physical world of collecting into the digital age. Since we did that, we've sold over 6 million digital collectibles. Sorry, the clicker's a little bit behind.
PowerPoint doesn't work, but we want to see the numbers. Let's see how long they take for fixing that.
Here we go.
There
6
we go.
million digital collectibles sold. 4 million digital comics. Sorry, this is not working too well. Where should I point this?
The animation
There we
doesn't
go.
work.
It's coming up. 4 million digital comics sold. $1.4 billion through.
This is the number, right? $1.4 billion in sales, which is quite a substantial number, right? So, and this is why I say it's very hard to imagine that VeVe runs out of money anytime soon. Of course, they don't have $1 billion in their war chest, right? There is a better video with better sound on VeVe page. Oh yeah, okay, then let's get to that. VeVe Twitter page. Then we do it on that way. There we go. Where is it? Where is the presentation? Or is it on, or do I have to pick it up on YouTube? There it is. Ah, it's on YouTube. Okay, fuck. 1 second, let me get this straight here. Let me get this straight. VeVe, collectibles. Okay.
Hey everyone,
Okay, that's way better. Thanks for the heads up. I thought that Stacker was the only one streaming. I was already going to complain. But then we also didn't need the Stacker stream, right? Okay, so let's jump to the point where we were. So here we have it. Okay, so 1.4 billion. Wait, what? About all secondary market sales? So let's check this out.
and we've sold to users in 150 countries around the globe. Users and $1 billion through the
1 second, let me get to the number, what he says, really.
digital collectibles. Sorry, the clicker's a little bit behind. 4 million digital comics, $1.4 billion through the secondary market.
Through secondary
And we've
only.
sold to users in 150 countries around the globe. So how did we do this? Our mission, in the collectible space was really to bring on all the brands that people know and love. Everything from Marvel to Disney, even Lamborghini, Coca-Cola, as well as a lot of other artists that we worked with around the world. And our main objective was to really create an amazing digital collecting experience, which is the VeVe app. And it's comprised of a whole digital collectible experience. Number one, starting off with digital collectibles. Number two, digital comics. So we offer digital comics from some of the world's
That's why I
leading
joined.
publishers. VeVeverse, which is our digital collectible playground. You have features like augmented reality and interaction with all of your branded digital collectibles. We also have a very, very strong community. I think there's a couple of them here. I'm not too sure. And we have our secondary marketplace where users can buy and sell and trade collectibles amongst each other. So overall, an end-to-end collectible experience. So what do we actually sell in VeVe? On the left, as you can see, we sell beautiful, premium, high-end 3D collectibles from your favorite brands. On the right, you can see some examples of some of the thousands of digital collectibles we have from brands like Marvel, Ablaze, Humanoid, the biggest popular collectors in the world. And of course, everything is backed and minted on-chain as NFTs for the scarcity and authentication. So today I'm really excited to talk to you guys about Stacker. Stacker represents the next evolution in VeVe's collecting experience.
Stacker's really good.
And it's backed by the Omi token, and it makes Omi accessible to both Web2 users as well as Web3 users, allowing them to trade VeVe collectibles on the Stacker marketplace. It leverages the base network, everything on L2 network. It is the first platform that enables cryptocurrency to be purchasing premium digital collectibles from VeVe's licensed brands. And it also bridges the ecosystem by bringing VeVe's 10 million plus digital comics and digital collectibles into the Web3 community. Through our peer-to-peer marketplace, users can trade using Omi to Omi with no barriers. We offer on-chain payments. All transactions occur on the base network, fully decentralized, so there's no intermediary required. Users can trade directly with each other.
Talking Omi.
And it unlocks real value in the sense that you can sell VeVe collectibles directly for cryptocurrency and then realize those profits as monetary value. It offers simple and powerful interface with some advanced collecting capabilities and trading capabilities. So all payments are processed on the base network, providing super scalable payments. We have seamless connection between VeVe and Stacker, which basically means that it maintains all of the security and the connectivity with your network. Everything syncs with VeVe. So as soon as you do a transaction on Stacker, it will automatically sync with your account, offering a unified collection. Through the Stacker platform, all of the transactions fees are sponsored. And this is really important for us. It eliminates all of the barriers and makes it really easy for people to participate in the platform. That's the great thing.
No fees.
You can sign up with your VeVe account and you can optionally connect an external wallet to the platform. One of the really cool things is that it offers really detailed analytics. It offers market trends. It allows you to make informed decision-based discovery around what you can purchase and what you're looking for. You can trade, you can analyze, and you can engage with the VeVe assets across both platforms. It's also linked in directly with VeVe's Master Collector program. So as you participate on Stacker, you buy and sell, it allows you to redeem those MCP points and preserve those benefits all the way through. So as you're earning these MCP points, you can then interact with them on VeVe and on the Stacker platform. All of the transaction fees then burn Omi, creating a deflationary token. Omi is the token that backs.
One second, I have to comment on that. Troy Paris, you meant the crypto's hell of a rug. Okay, now it comes. Red circle. They're talking Omi token. So let's see. This is good.
VeVe and also backs the Stacker platform. And with Omi, you can basically purchase VeVe NFTs on Stacker from some of the world's leading brands, as I've mentioned before. As you spend or stake your Omi, you can earn even more MCP points, which can be used in the platform itself. And through the Omi utility, offers payments on Immutable X and Stacker, as well as offers token rewards for some of the Omi-based games, such as Epico. Some of you guys might know that. And one of the games we have coming out in the future called Tengoku. All of the token features are all built on base layer 2 blockchain. And Omi is accessible on a number of globally recognized exchanges. Feel free to take a seat, guys. And obviously, we've just brought out the VeVeverse, which I'll be discussing in a moment. And Omi will become the token for our metaverse. So really excited to talk about some of those features coming up in the future.
Okay, that's good.
And for anybody here who is new to Omi, new to VeVe, new to Stacker, come to our booth at G4. We're going to be offering 100,000 Omi to anybody who signs up today, so you can actually start buying and purchasing your digital collectibles. Right? Together with Stacker, we are working on a game-changing framework for collectibles. Now, this is something that will essentially enforce royalties for licensors, but it will also allow for self-custody and interoperability.
There we have it. There we have it. And this was it's basically as if someone took notes from our stream, from the years of complaining on our stream, that these are the most important things. Promote and talk about Omi, put it as a centerpiece, and cater to Web3 by endorsing stuff like self-custody and so on. And so one is interoperability, other is self-custody, of course. But hey, there we have it. I think a lot of people should be way more bullish now. But let's see.
As we move into this Web3 space, we want to help enable licensors to bring their licensing agreements on chain. That will also help give them a lot more control over their digital assets, both on and off the VeVe and StackR platforms. Help to decentralize VeVe's content, and that it also includes backup of the high quality 3D assets that VeVe provides. And one of the things that's most exciting for me is allowing people to be able to sell VeVe NFTs through any sales platform. So you might have a Shopify account, or Disney might have a platform. It's going to allow them to integrate VeVe into their.
What did they say? Like you can integrate VeVe via Shopify? Is that what I heard? 1 second, let me go back to this. Which second am I? 25. Okay, so I'll put it back here. There we go.
Form. So you might have a Shopify account, or Disney might have a platform. It's going to allow them to integrate VeVe into their platform, so people can buy digital collectibles and digital content through these expanded sales channels. And the great thing here, what we're really aiming for is to.
1 second. So that means I can build a Shopify account and become a reseller for digital collectibles. What the heck? Okay, I have to think about what that means.
Bring VeVe and our licensors directly into the Web3 space while maintaining our true collectible authenticity. So super excited about the StackR. Come down to the booth if you want to learn more about it. Lastly, I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about the VeVeverse. So this is the latest release that we've come up with. It has been in the works for a couple of months. And it is basically our metaverse for digital collectibles.
Yeah. It's exactly, Mark. Disney might have a platform to integrate sales. I still have this dream, and it's completely delusional moonboy stuff, right? But I still have this dream where Disney promotes their own digital collectibles now that they have survived the bear market, where they also can then promote this directly on Disney Plus and so on. Imagine the number of users in a bull run that this would generate. Holy cow. Yeah, wow. Okay, but thanks for that. Yeah. Also, hey Green Lantern, what's going on? Is Dan in a bulk phase or just living the good? I think he's living the good life. Like 1.4 billion in sales on secondary market. Holy shit. What the heck? Yeah, it was me and Bill Gardner just did a show about this, freaking amazing in my opinion. Yes, okay, check it out here, the show of him, of VeVe Zombie and Bill Gardner. Check it out. I can't believe he said it. I don't have enough Omi. Yeah, I mean, to each their own risk curve and so on, but yeah, it sounds very bullish, and it's exactly what we want. Like, coming out of the slump, seeing that monetary policy is easing, Bitcoin all-time high, almost there, right? This is exactly the time to do this stuff. Holy cow. Okay, let's go. I'm telling you guys, if this whole thing explodes, I'm going to call my Lamborghini Omi 1 and make it red. Or do I want to make it red? Or in the colors of the gold and silver logo. What the fuck? Okay. Anyways, something like that.
Collectibles. And ultimately, it is your digital playground for your digital collectible content. It allows you to create virtual spaces. In those virtual spaces, as you can see in the image there, you can place your 3D collectibles, you can place your 3D comics, and you can customize, decorate, whether that's with furniture or plants or paintings. It's highly interactive, so you can share and you can socialize. You can also bring in your own custom avatars, like you can see my one here. Tried to make it look as close as possible. Right now, VeVe is available as a desktop app. It also has VR headset support, so if any of you have got one of those, I highly recommend trying it. And we have our mobile app coming very soon. I'm going to be getting some demos down at the booth if anybody wants to see that. So the really cool thing here is that, as collectors, we love to set up our collectibles. I mean, for me, I've got shelves all throughout my house with my collectibles on it. And however, there's always limitations with space. So the great thing is in the VeVeverse, you can create your unlimited, basically virtual showrooms, design them how you want, put your collectibles everywhere. As you can see in the image.
I think we are going on here for quite some time, as I see it with the VeVeverse, Ultimate Showroom, blah blah. Right? I mean, we know that already. Multi-user, social tools, including audio, video. We already know that, right? We don't have to talk about. But as Troy Perry says, I will feel a lot better if we get a US exchange. Base is just not the same for buying and selling. I agree with you, but I have to comment it. So both is extremely important, right? So the move to base is strategically absolutely smart. I think that the mind behind this is Dr. Profit to this move. Base is going to completely explode in a bull run. As many things are going to be happening on base. Base will be hype and so on, right? So I think that's very smart. Additionally, you need that normal exchange exposure. Otherwise, you just don't get the number, the quantity of like retail users that are just, oh, this token just did a 4x, let me buy it, right? That's it, right? I think it's a combination. You want base, you want other exchanges. There's no excluding. Hey, Divine the Thing, awesomeness redefined. Thank you very much. People are doing crazy and crazier things in the VeVeverse. It's looking really good. Yeah, and I think if VeVeverse looks good, feels good, and is easy, and they tweak a little bit with that, they can even pay some YouTubers to use that, right? It's just like games also, right? And then they're promoting that to their following. Their following goes, buy some collectibles, tries it out, right? Everyone buying Grogu because Grogu is the Grail. Stuff like that, right? What else? Collaborative building. Now they show the showroom. Yeah, this is all the VeVeverse. But hey, what the heck, man? This looks really good, right? I mean, these are pictures, but wow, yeah. So if it doesn't work out with the Omi Lambo, I'm just gonna buy some AR goggles, and then I sit in my Lamborghini in the VeVeverse and cry. Anyways, yeah, really good presentation, Dan. I love it. That was really nice, especially the Omi part and the Disney part, and like the Disney Store integration, Shopify part. I really like that. Who knows who can, like, if people make a business model out of it and like offer this as a reseller on a site or so, but the ability to easy integrate opens usually the opportunity that people just put you in their ecosystem, right? So if that's like, imagine someone is offering the toy shop where they integrate with whatever, like VeVe, McFarlane toys and so on. They have their online toy shop. Yeah, that's crazy. Big announcement in a couple of weeks. Wow. The announcements are coming. Let's quickly check out one thing. VeVe users, I saw this morning. So we had a little bit like flatline, this and that, 1, 2, and then here we did a jump all the way, what is that, 67 to 425. That's like 50, 60 users. So some people took this chance, it seems, to buy something. So this was basically, these are the days of the trade show, right? And then today we will see if there's another jump or so, I don't know, right? But yeah, these events, they always work to give it a little boost. Yeah, soon there's nothing to FUD, but believe me, as long as prices are low, people will FUD, and when the prices are gone, you will not, if you didn't make a list, you will not even fucking know anymore who FUDded. So yeah, that's it, right? And I'm not talking about legitimate criticism, but yeah, really the FUD, you know. Okay, so VeVe also doing an app update, so they're still working in the background. People already forgot about Ben Rose, it seems. I don't know if any one of you guys in Lisbon asked about it, or if anyone has any answers to this, but if it works in the end for VeVe, it also doesn't matter, right? So if it works and it's good, then it doesn't matter. What else do they have? They did some announcement, right? They are bringing this kawaii things. We already had that on the app. Now there are some new kawaiis. Yeah. Also, there's quite some content creators doing stuff there, right? Yes, that is a thing. Here we see some video from how this looked. Wait a second, what was that? What was that on the side? On the side of the booth? Is that still from VeVe? Why doesn't it? There, collectibles in every pocket. That's not from VeVe, right? So there's other digital collectible or whatever on the side of VeVe, right? But here we have Nemo and Grogu. Are these digital frames or are these just some physicals there? What the heck is that? Yeah. Okay. Got it. Like a lot of VeVe stuff and so on. Okay. Got it. They also did the rooftop party. Some people won level 100 awards. This is also cool, right? But you build long-lasting core community that is continuously advocating for yourself, for you, right? So yeah, a lot of photos here with Foster. Yeah, man, I wish I could have made it, man. I heard there's something like a event maybe in Germany or so, or at least that's a rumor at some point. That of course would be great, like a home game for me. Yeah, definitely something then easier also for me in the end, right? And they're doing a lot of stuff. I don't know if today is still something going on, like today, last day or something like that, I don't know. But I think so, right? I mean, they have a day 2 recap and so on. Let's see. Level 127, yeah, if even. Sometimes I forget to log in. And then I don't get any MCPs, which sucks because I get like 1,000 per day or so. I have to keep reminding myself, but now I have to log in anyways to check the floor prices, how they moved. So maybe we're doing something in that. If there are cool drops, we're doing the drop streams again. Not going to stream like every drop, only the ones I like. So Star Wars usually must have for me, but yeah. Anyways, guys, this is really good stuff. I like it. I think we're going definitely in the wrong direction. We will see a lot of FUD in the market still, but yeah, it's getting better. Okay, so ultimately, yeah, that's it. So make sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and wherever you are on the world, have yourselves a great morning, evening, day, night, or afternoon, and I catch you in the next video or live stream. Have a good one, everyone, and bye. Enjoy.